Right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. Okay, so today, since this is still first week, so for those this is your first time with me, I'm Miss Noorsyalina binti Nordin. I hope that I'm clear. I keep on adjusting my hidung here. Sorry. Okay, okay. So how are you all? I hope that everybody are in the very fine, good situations. Okay, and healthy inshallah. Huh? Alright, so today as you can see, I start to sharing in that you are used to see right now. It's about the slide topic 9, an overview of international business. Okay. Um, yeah, I hope you are clear because I'm not open out my mic here. MashaAllah. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. This one also will be clear. All right. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, we just proceed because I don't want to just stop the record and then keep on record again. Okay. So it's wasting time. Okay. We just proceed. Okay. All right. So topic 1 is about an overview of international business. Okay. Again, Assalamualaikum and very good morning. And Alhamdulillah, I meet you all for this morning class. And as I told, because I still have got PM to P students, some still adding and registering my course, my subject. So um, yeah, we will wait until the end of this Sunday will be the closed registration. Then we will start with officially with the NEO. And for those who do not know what is the platform NEO, NEO is a online platform learning that we use in IIC. I do not know how about the other places, but we are officially using this one since last semester, and I will also using this one for this semester. Okay, so yeah, okay. So from time to time, I want you to keep on giving me your details, your emails, full name, metric number, because easy to track you all. And I hope that when I say that you start to enroll the class by sending the email, you got the email, receive the email, and then we can start with officially new next week. Okay. All right. So in the topic objective, as you can see, this is for those who are, this is your first time. I'm Miss Noorsyalina binti Nordin. I'm from School of Business and Legal Studies. Uh, to say this is also my officially subject since I'm starting working here. Uh, I got this subject until now. No one replaced. Until maybe one day I'm going from here, maybe there will be a replacer. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay. So topic 1 is about an overview of international business. So in the topic objective, as usual, I will highlight it on this. After studying this topic, the student should be able to, number 1, discuss the meaning of the international business, explain the importance of the understanding international business, and the third one, identify and describe the basic forms of the international business activities, and the fourth one, discuss the cause of the globalizations, and the last one, comprehend the growing role of the emerging markets in the global economy. So as you can see, we have 5 topic objective, and I can say the topic outcome. Okay, and I believe that the student, in order you, this is a tips I'm sharing to you all. If you want to score for this theory subject, reading subject, this is how you actually emphasize and highlighting on this topic objective, and also the topic outcomes, because from this, actually this is actually the questions, okay, that potentially to come up for the final exam, quizzes, exercise, individual assignments, and so forth. All right. So we move to the first one. Okay, what is international business and why we study international business? Okay, when we're talking about what is international business, we are talking about definition. Okay, so what is the definitions of international business? Okay, before we go further on international business, when there is in one country like Malaysia, for example, we have two states. For example, we have Perak and then we have Sarawak, for example. So these two states, when they are dealing the business, for example, from Perak, they are sending their products to um, Sarawak, and then from Sarawak is sending to Perak. Actually, when they are doing the transaction, selling and buying from one country within one country, this one we call as domestic. Okay, domestic business. And furthermore, because we are in the subject of international business, the term when we are selling the product, okay, from within the country, we still using the word selling because domestic. Okay, domestic business, DB. But when we're talking about international business, when we are selling actually the products, okay, we call that term as exporting. Okay, and then for the within the different country, for example, Malaysia export proton, okay, to UK. Example, okay. So when Malaysia is one country and UK is one country, the process of transaction selling, okay, our car, automobile to another country, that one we call as exporting. You have to read my lips here. Exporting, okay? It means selling. While if like Malaysia, we are buying, okay, products. Okay, for example, we are buying rice. Okay, Malaysia buying rice from Thailand. Okay, so the process of buying there in international business concept we call as importing. Okay, I think that you already learned this term in international, sorry, introduction to business, ITB, BUS1231 class. All right, so as you can see in here, definitions of the international business. What is IB? Business transaction between the parties from more than one country. So when we talking about from more than one country, example that as I already mentioned just now, for example, Malaysia exporting proton to UK, and then Malaysia importing rice from Thailand. So there is a two country involved here. The transaction is we talking about the country because it's involving more than one country. But if within the country, for example, like State Sarawak, Johor, Selangor, Perak, Melaka, Penang, within the, like for example, flight, okay, you are using, for example, Malaysia Land System flight, or maybe you're using what we call Firefly, flight, internal domestic flight. That's why they call domestic flight because it within one country. Okay, I hope that you are clear about this one. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, and then the second one we're talking about the parties may involve. Okay, in this kind of the international business. Number one, of course, the private individuals. Okay, um, for those who are ordering the manual, okay, you will see that in the manual they have a very numerous of the points that I stated, okay, because we give the example one by one on this, okay. I didn't say in Neo I cannot state it all, but because very limited, because in the manual we already have all. There is a lot of advantages when you are buying the manual. Actually, I'm promoting it because why? Because I already do compilation of all, especially the individual and the 11 edition version. Actually, almost 70% I'm doing a changing. Okay, I'm doing the changes on that, especially part of the case study because in Neo I cannot put everything the case study inside there. Okay, so what you have to do for those who are buying, alhamdulillah, thank you so much. So I urge, okay, for those who are, because the process of ordering online still ongoing, so I hope that you can get one copy for you, because especially for the individual assignment, because we have two individual assignments and there is a case study, because the case study is not a mini case study, it's a long case study. Okay, so to put everything inside that one, maybe it takes time you to read because you have the things to highlight and answering the question and so forth, right? Okay, so that is my advice. Okay, maybe another subject, okay, fine, but for this subject I think that you need, especially for those DIB student, diploma in international business, right? You need that copy. Okay, all right. So, the parties may include, ada iklan sekejap So, parties may include, for example, we have the private individuals. Okay, what example private individual? For example, sole proprietor. Okay, so even though you are doing the business in online, okay, in Facebook, maybe you are doing business in Instagram, okay, or maybe promoting in Twitter, everything. So these sole proprietor mostly they are private individuals, and the customer is not come within only the country itself. Maybe the customer is from Indonesia, maybe the customer from Singapore, maybe the customer is from Brunei. So it is involved two countries, and when they are buying your product, actually they are doing something like money currency conversion. Berlakunya pertukaran mata wang, yang mana when they want to buy your product, they have to actually do some calculation on their own money in order to buy your product. Maybe it's cheaper, maybe it can be higher, because if the customer willing and demand to the certain product, they don't care, they will buy it even though they have to import it from the another country. Okay, so that is a private individual example. Okay, for example, that you are doing your own business. Mostly I can specific on enterprise company, or maybe okay, I can say Sendirian Berhad. Okay, Sendirian Berhad, okay, company. And individual company, they just go with the enterprise. Okay, individual company mostly they have their own name, brand name. Okay, maybe for example, like we have Vision Valley, okay, and then we have like Simplicity. What else? And then we have certain individual companies like they have many, right, actually. Okay, so you can go that the products that go well versed around the world, but they're still standing with the name of Malaysia, made from Malaysia. And then the group of companies, this one is involving like most probably from, I can specific on the Bursa Saham, okay, Malaysian Bursa Saham Stock Exchange. So they are listed for that. So for example, like Petronas, we have Proton, okay, DRB Highcom, okay, and then we have like Felda Holdings, okay, and also we have Kazana Holding. So this is all the group of the companies, okay, representative that going broad in the international. And then we have the governmental agency, we have like Matrade, okay, and then we have like again I repeat like Felda, okay, and this kind of the company mostly are GLC, government linked company. They are related and after all supported by the government. Okay, all right, so how does the international business differ? Okay, when we're talking about business differ from domestic, okay, if you realize in my slide here, they have a lots of the brand, as you can see that HB, Hewlett Packard, Kellogg's, American Express, Porsche, Starbucks, Procter and Gamble, Kraft Foods, Heinz, PepsiCo, Nestle, Mars, Coca-Cola, Nike, Sun System, Disney, Hagen's, Dars, Marriott, Target, Mars, Wrigley, Microsoft, AT&T. So this is all the brands of the international business. So most probably 99%, according to the research, saying that American products, US made, is of conquering the world. Okay, but bear in mind, Malaysia also not miss out on this. Okay, but we still ongoing on that. All right, so we go with how does the international business differ from domestic business? As I told you just now, when we're talking about domestic business, we are talking about the local business. Okay, by local product. Okay, support the local. That one is the hashtag that you always heard and see, right, from the advertisement. Number one, we're talking about currency conversion. Okay, that's now I mentioned about this term. When talking about the currency conversion adalah pertukaran mata wang. Okay, we're talking about how does one country to another country is used to doing some money exchange when they want to go. For example, I give very example when we want to go for pre-marriage, kita nak mengerjakan haji, we want to go for performing the umrah. So sometimes we have money and okay, in cash in ringgit Malaysia, and then we want to make some of the preparation before go in there. So what we do, we have to exchange some money, okay, and the money we go to the money exchange company. Okay, for example, they have a lots of the kiosks for those the foreign students, you might know about this. Okay, so you go and then let's say you have like 400 ringgit Malaysia, you want to go for the currency money exchange, and then you want to do some the currency conversion, and then the 400 maybe become like in a real money is around maybe 350 plus plus, for example, right? So um That is currency conversions. And in the class, I can ask you all, okay, if like the another country, for example, like Brunei, what they use, okay, Brunei is using like Brunei dollar, okay, like Singapore, they use Singapore dollar, like UK, they using pound sterling, okay, and US, of course they use dollar. And if you go to Korea, yeah, my country, okay, we have won. And then if you go like in Japan, we have yen, and you go to China, you have yuan. You go to Philippines, we have peso. And then you go to for example, Nigeria, you have naira. And you go to Maldives, we have rupiah. You go to Indonesia, we have rupiah. So this is all those. If you want to know what is the other currency of the another the world they use, you just log on into www Bank Negara, okay, and .gov.my, and then you can see every single minutes, every seconds, the currency is keep of exchange. I can say that every day, the currency is exchanged because according to the value of the gold. All right. So that one maybe your finance lecturer will tell you how the currency can be changed from day to day according to the value of the gold itself. Okay, and then we go with the second one. We're talking about the legal system. You don't worry so much for this legal system. We have topic two. So topic two will be explain more. And then about every single what is the what we call as common law, civil law. And then we have what else? We have religious law and then bureaucratic law. So, what I'm trying to tell you that every single country they have a different in term of their legal system. And in IIC itself, we have a diploma in enforcement management. Or diploma in law. So they also learning about this kind of thing. So if you have friends that uh learning in this kind of program, okay, so actually this involving like legal laws and everything. All right, so we have maybe I have to put some example, right? Rather than mention it. Okay, for the common law is actually involving the country that under Commonwealth country, okay, including Malaysia. So this country actually we implement something like the law that involving how to say that the decision being made by the court system, okay, the court system. And of course it based on the precedents, okay. Precedents meaning to say if the case have been happened a long time ago. Let's say if you learn in business law subject, right, we have a company ABC versus company XYZ, for example. So that cases happen today, and you can referring to the previous cases in a long time ago if that is happened and how the judgment be made. So of course hook by crook is still by decide by the what we call the court system that we call as the judges. Masih dihakimi oleh para hakim, bukan dibuat keputusan tu. They are not making the decision just only based on their own jurisdiction, okay. It's still also based on the court system. That is common law. And how does it different from civil law? Civil law is something like the certain of the cases has happened between the two party. Of course they have a defendant, we have a plaintiff. That's why I said in topic 2 I will explaining more about on it. When there is a plaintiff bringing the case to the court system, and of course the defendant will be defend the case. But of course the plaintiff and defendant they have to hire a lawyer, okay. You not just go to the court system, okay, I want to defend myself. It's not like that. It's not easy like that. And every single of the lawyer you have to pay for their defensive action towards you. We call as a client, you as their client, so they have to defend you on that. So, okay, I'm focusing on the civil law right now, right? So, in the civil law, what you have to do, every single of the proof, okay, let's say there is a murder cases and then the knife is found in the place, okay, during the crime accidents or happen at that place. So, what they do, okay, this knife have to be bring, and this we call as the Allahabad. proof. Okay, so when the Allahabad proof bring brought to the court system, they have to show it. Okay, when show it to the court system, and the judges will make the result of decision based on that Allahabad proof. So this is a civil law. It's different from the common law just now, because common law is based on the cases. The cases that happened a long time ago, and then it's happened again, and we just refer like a kitab, something like that, as a holy Quran, something like that. But in here we are talking about the proof, the decision be made based on the proof. Okay, that is civil law. Okay, don't worry. On topic 4, I will go further. And the third one, we have the religious law. So religious law is about something like involving our religious. For example, like Muslim, we have Sharia law, right? Okay, so we have in terms of the marriage, okay, we have the hudud system, okay, and then if let's say the spouse, husband and wife, is decide to do something like to divorce, okay, so they have to refer to the Sharia law, okay, because how much should be given, for example, to his ex-wife, okay, and then if whether the who is have the rights for the guardian, whether the fathers or the mothers, okay, and then whether the talak be given is maybe first talak, second talak, or third talak. So everything have to be referred on that. And in terms of, let's say, the cases like robbery, sorry, like theft, okay, so what they do, okay, they're also based on, let's say this theft is being caught, and then they want to base on the hudud system. But the mentality of the Westerners and non-Muslim, what they do, they believe that hudud system is hudud law is something like a very what we call in Bahasa we call as something like a very excessive action being made, okay, because for them is totally victimized, okay, but of course when you are criminal you have to be punished, right? But the punishment is made, of course, based on our Al-Quran, okay, when the theft being caught, the first maybe the right hand have to be cut, okay, for example, and then if the theft is still not repented, doing it again, repeat again, okay, they not totally just both hands have to be cut. Okay, they have to do by procedure, by stages. Okay, it's not totally just saying, okay, when you do that, and you just cut our hand. So it's not simple like that, because everything we been made is according to the, of course, the Sharia, okay, and also based on Al-Quran and Sunnah. Okay, so it's not easy. Okay, but that is involving, and just because this is just crossing to my mind, in Iran, what they implement is something like theocracy. Okay, theocracy meaning to say, um, they're combining all those law, for example, religious law, okay, and also civil law, okay, together. Okay, common law, civil law, and also religious law together is then called as theocracy in Iran. This is what they did, okay, in their country. And also in we're talking about bureaucratic law. Okay, this is, I think that majority of you maybe know, okay, and bureaucratic law is involving something like involving the detectors countries, okay, like Cuba, China. Before this, we have like North Korea, okay, because they implement more on autocratic or authoritarian leadership style. So meaning to say they are more like in the military, okay, and they're enforcing those people to follow their leader. I give you an example like what happened in the North Korea. Okay, when who is that guy, okay, the presidents and the leaders of the country, okay, Kim Jong Un, is it, okay, who die, okay, and this replaced by his son, okay, all those, the society is crying like there is no day after day, okay, because they're very sad. Okay, a good leader, of course the society will love them, right? So even though people like media must keep on bombarding, saying that about this country is like a very dictatorship, is very harsh, is very cruel. But in other side of my opinion, this kind of the country, they are very good, they are very fair and square. If let's say one household they have 10 kg of rice, the rest of the other household also will have the 10 kg of rice. And even the leader is going to their office is using bicycle. They don't have the specific like luxury car in order to go to the office. And the society also using the bicycle to go to work, to say that okay, the leaders and also the society is together. How the living, how the cost, sorry, how the living cost, how the way their live, okay, from one another to another is a fair and square. So this is the thing that we can't see, okay, like the trending of the country, like for those who are capitalism, okay, for those who are richer go to riches and the poor is go to poverty, okay, like I believe that like one example like Malaysia also, we also like have these kinds of thing. And other country, of course, like American and so forth. Okay, so when we have these kinds of trending, okay, we don't have like everybody have the same equal of life, right? So I do not know how about your opinion, but there is a pro and cons in terms of this bureaucratic country, okay? And the good things about this country, of course, the decision and in terms of controlling power is be made by the military. For them, the leader is like their god. And if I'm not mistaken, now the son is replacing his dad after the dad is have died, right? And passed away. And then the society still also love his son, okay? And I believe, okay, when the country have these kinds of how the way they what lead the country, okay, fair and square, make sure, okay, that everybody have a good life. Depends how the country is manage their country, all right? So we move to availability of sorry, we move to, can you help me on that? Hello, can you help me? Okay, thank you. All right. uh International business. No, that one is 10 o'clock. Okay, yeah. So we move to sorry, there is interference in here. Okay, all right. So we move to like a culture. Okay, culture. Yeah. Sorry, sorry, I'm distracted. Okay, so we go to the culture. Okay, okay, under culture is very interesting also because it's under topic two. Okay, so in the culture, what we did was you have learned many things, interesting thing, maybe you have learned this subject in maybe some of the another subject, maybe not from only just SBS school, but maybe another subject already teach you on this. When talking about culture, right, culture ni budaya, okay, when we have the culture in Malaysia itself, we have many racial and multicultural people, right? So we have like in Malaysia we have like many races, like we have Malay, we have Indian, we have Chinese, we have another ethnicity. So totally they have how the implementation of the culture also totally different. So sorry, how I want to actually explain to you all is in terms of like Malay, okay, when what is the difference between Malay and other culture? Of course, number one, in terms of let's say food, okay, we have, because mostly Malay are Muslim, right? So we want to have a halal food, and then when the ethics, when they entering the house, they have to shoes off, and then we give salam, okay, and then what we used to like when they have the certain occasion, festival, or maybe like Hari Raya, we use baju kurung, okay, we use baju Melayu. So this is the thing of the culture and how we spoke also in the bahasa, our Malay languages, okay. And then in terms of like Indian, okay, also they have their own festival, Deepavali, and then they have their own how we call like special like curry. They have special dish like maruku, and then they have using like their own attire. Okay, they kuta, for example, and then we have like Chinese, they have like cheongsam, and then they spoke Mandarin or Hokkien. Okay, and then they believe on yin and yang, and they go to temple. So this is about the culture. And you can see other ethnicity, for example, like in Sabah, Sarawak. Okay, you can see that some of them, they still like what we call believe on the universe. Okay, so they still atheists, they don't believe like a god. Okay, and some of them also already like in Christian, and their own like they have many actually. So the further explain, I will go for the topic two. Okay, what I'm trying to say to you all, that is only within our country. Our country is multiracial, multi races. So yeah, of course they have a lot of the culture. If we go to the another country, they have a lot of things too. Okay, especially I'm talking about the body language sign. Okay, so in Malaysia, when we say about thumb here, you see my thumb here. Okay, the big thumb here is show like very good, right? So if you go like in another part of the country, like Hungary, if I'm not mistaken, the Hungary country, these things, okay, even though it's called thumb is very good, but in their country they interpret something like negative one. So this thing they interpret like this is serve you right pada muka awak. Okay, so meaning to say that this thumb is not necessarily said a good things. In another country will be here. So do with like these symbols. Okay, this is about I'm talking about now the sign of the fingers. Okay, when three ups here and we do circle here, in Malaysia we call is good, okay, fine. Oh, it's excellent. Okay, wow, it's excellent. But you go to another country, three ups here, and then you have circle here, is referring to money. Okay. So especially in which country? In the South Korea country, okay, they're referring this as a money. It's called won here. So this finger is not necessary to say universal. Every country say it's the same meaning. Okay, so do with like here. Okay, this what? Peace, right? It's peace. But another country is no peace. Okay, so that's why you have to be very careful because the country, how they interpret it differently. Macam mana dia menterjemahkan bahasa tubuh badan tu sangat berbeza. Okay, so do kita, okay, when our face, right? Uh, you rely on it. Sometimes when we have smile, we happy. So meaning that we happy, right? We smiling, we happy. But sometimes people have a bitter smile, so they're like their face is not totally honest to give you smile. So meaning something like they have some not can have a good chemistry on that. And you realize or not, certain of they have something like the faces three line here. For example, what we call berkerut something like we are like this. So sometimes you do not know how to translate the faces, whether he is angry with me or he is actually mad or he is totally what is that. So this is the thing that we have to know also, okay, about the culture. Okay, and then I just to give like example, like in another country example, we have like US people and also Saudi Arabian people when they are doing like a meeting. Okay, meeting. So mostly in the formal meeting, like in the Western, okay, Western culture, we have to be like using shake hand. Okay, when we shake hand, meaning to say the good shake here, the light shake is totally referring to like welcoming. But if you have a hard shake ni kita jabat tangan dengan keras tau. Okay, something whether to say that I'm serious dealing with the business. Okay, and if you have a light shake and then you just leave it like this, if interpretation saying that this businesses will be not succeed. Okay, business project ke apa-apa agreement business tidak akan berjaya, because they have a light shade. This is how we call etiquette in the business. So do if you realize like Japanese, what they do in their culture when they greet people, okay, bow, kita bongkokkan badan tu. Okay, example, yeah, I doing some marukok here. If you realize, okay, when we are doing the business, okay, when they have like set 90% like this, like we rukuk, right? Okay, it's just normal to say bow. It's like bow normal business. But when you have 45, lagi tunduk bawah, okay? Meaning to say you will succeed the business. They are respecting you so much. So Japanese, Chinese, you have to be careful with them because they have a lot of hidden message when doing the business dealing with them. Okay, actually have many more. So I don't want to everything I want to go with the topic one, okay, because we have topic two. Okay, I will explain later. Okay, so the last one we have the availability of resources. So we are talking about the resources that have many in the country right now. Okay, so the country they have a very many resources in terms of the very cheap cost, okay, cheap resources, okay, cost efficiency in labor cost, and also the resources raw materials is I can say China. Okay, so that's why if you ask me, okay, why China, madam? Because China is categorized as the country. They are producer, they are inventor. Okay, they are the maker. Mereka pembuat, mereka pengeluar, mereka mencipta. Okay, they are not just a buyer. It's very seldom to hear that we so Chinese buying the product from other country. They want in topic 6, I will explain later. Because they implement more on what we call as um, ethnocentric. Okay, ethnocentrism meaning to say they're more loyal to their own products. Okay, all right. So that it what we're trying to say to you all when we're talking about the availability of resources, China number one. Okay, number two, we if you start talking about the labor cost, we can go from Indonesia. Indonesia also somehow right now is very expensive. We have from Bangladeshi, we have from Pakistani, and then we have from Myanmar. Okay, and the rest. Okay, we have many more of labor costs that yeah, it's quite very low cost, huh? And the resources also we can get right now if you are interested to do like what we call a fabric, or maybe like more on textile. Okay, so they say that you can go to China, you can go to Korea. Okay, if you go to China, you can get like a very reasonable price for silk. Okay, and then you go to like the South Korea, you can get a lots of like cosmetic, okay, raw materials were very cheap in there. And right now what is bombarding around the world is about the halal products. Okay, halal cosmetic, halal tourism, so everything is about halal right now, right? Halal toiban. Okay, so we move on to the next one. Why we study international business? Okay, so why we study international business? Number one, because it's in the course program, madam. Yeah, of course. Okay, so it's about why we study. We're talking about number one, the reason we have to list it down because it's about large organization. Okay, what is in the large organization? So when we're talking about the large organization, we are talking about the company involving MNC. What is MNC? Not MICKEY, MOUSE, not that one, right? But we are talking about multinational company or multinational corporations. Okay, what is MNC? Okay, multinational corporation involving like the country expanding their products for more than one countries. Okay, so you see that, yeah, you see that guy. Okay, that guy is so Arif there. Okay, so you can see that yeah, they have lots of many peoples, okay, in the country that involving in multinational. Of course, when you are involving in the country that multinational corporations, mostly the employees is come from a diversity of workforce. Apa maksud diversity workforce ni? Ia adalah melibatkan kepelbagaian. Okay, I mean like their employees is come from different countries. Okay, so it might be from Chinese, come from like US, it's come from UK, it's come from like Malaysia. So they have the combinations of the head and tail, they have a combination of the skill of the workforce because they came from the different background. Okay, so good things when we are studying international business, we can see, oh, if you are from Japan, this is how your time management. Okay, if you are from let's say Arab Saudi, okay, so this is how your time management. So you can see the combination and the various of the time of different of the country. Okay, and then the second one, we have the foreign owned subsidiaries. Okay, if you not know what means subsidiaries, okay, what means subsidiaries, anak syarikat, right? So when we're talking about the subsidiary, we have the multiple of the subsidiaries. Okay, so if you realize like IIC itself, we have subsidiaries like IIC, we have IIS, we have Montessori, we have the IUM printing, we have many more. Okay, when we're talking about the subsidiaries, so this is what I'm talking. I give example ya, anak-anak syarikat yang di bawah IUM, including IIC. So when we're talking about foreign owned subsidiary, meaning to say the company subsidiaries is located outside from the country. Example, let's say we can say like IIC in Singapore, for example, IIC located maybe in Brunei, or maybe IIC located in Indonesia. Okay, I'm just saying this because why? Because our program, okay, some of our subject that I teach you today already been set out in another base. Okay, that one we call as some of the foreign owned subsidiaries. Okay, what you learn IB in IIC, another country students, okay, also learn the same thing like courses like what you take in here in Fajar Islamiyah, Fajar Hidayah Islamiyah in Singapore. Okay, so I give the real example to you all, right? So that is foreign owned subsidiaries. Okay, and then the third one, we have the small businesses. Okay, small businesses is like I told you just now, it's like a sole proprietor. So when we're talking about the small businesses, we start with like from online business. Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, yahamakallah. Right, so when we're talking about the small business, um let's say online business. Okay, the reason why you have to learn IB, international business, because you have to know, okay, my customer is from Indonesia, how about the currency conversion? So you cannot ask them, of course they have to transfer the money paying in ringgit Malaysia, but they have to transfer it and try to change it into ringgit Malaysia first, not paying in rupiah, because rupiah value will be totally different from ringgit Malaysia. Okay, and so do when we're talking about the small business, the good things about this thing, especially we have the platform like Instagram, social media, right? Facebook, you have Twitter, and the another kind of like LinkedIn, even though, okay, the good things about this kind of platform, because you just start off with your own and then no need to actually expanding a big company until that people know you, because it's about online. It's talking about globalization. People can reach you. Okay, even you just advertise yours, maybe like a beginning, like a product in YouTube. Every single like click to say like, yeah, say publish. So everybody will know who are you, right? So that is small businesses, why they have to know about international business. And the fourth one, we're talking about competitors. Okay, so what is competitors? We're talking about the multiple competitors. Okay, okay. Bear in mind, DBA student, DIB student. Okay, don't say that I'm not teaching you this one. I believe that your other lecturers, business subject and classes also will, okay, teach you this thing. When we talking about competitors, dalam bahasa Melajunya kita panggil persaingan ataupun rival. These competitors involving should be in the same industry. Apa maksudnya, madam? Pesaing perlulah berada dalam industri yang sama. You don't tell me Microsoft, the competitors is McDonald. I kill you. I have to sell that. Because why? We are talking about the same industry. If the McDonald, the competitor should be KFC, Starbucks, and others, A&W, Mary Brown, and so forth. Because it's the food industry, F&B, food and beverages industry. But if we're talking about the competitors like Microsoft, we have the another, okay, we have the another company, okay. And then if you're talking about like telecommunication industry, like say we have Hotlink, sorry, Maxis, we have Cellcom, we have DG, we have Umobile. So that is the same industry, okay. And how about us, madam? Okay, IIC, let's say IIC, we have the rival, okay, in the education industry. Of course we have BCom, Unicom, and so forth. But bear in mind, if I'm not mistaken, Picom also start to have their own business subject, okay, but they don't have directly DBA program, DIB program. But if you ask me, if like Unicorp, yeah, they have DBA, okay. So diploma business admin, our main rival in here is Unicorp, right? So it should be the same industry and niche competitors will be goes to the same specifically what our program. Right? So that is competitors. Okay. Why you have to learn? Because we want to know SWOT analysis, our strength, their competitors, their strength, our weaknesses. Okay, you have to know SWOT, S strength, W weaknesses, O opportunity, T traits. So every time when they have traits from them, from the competitors, so that is our opportunity. Okay, and what is our traits will become opportunity for them. So that's why we have to know about this. This is very important. Okay, and then the next one we go to business techniques and tools. Okay, we're talking about JIT Kanban system. What is that? Just in time. JIT Kanban is derived from the words from Japanese. Okay, meaning to say staggered. Okay, Kanban. Okay, I later will tell you. And then um we're talking about the cultural literacy. Okay, this is a very very important because you have to be literate. Cultural literacy ni bermakna kita kena jadi seseorang yang sangat peka tentang kepelbagaian budaya. Okay, so what I'm trying to say in here, if you do not know, as I told just now, if you just say peace, thumbs, good like that, and you do not know the diversity of people in other places, they interpret the term is different way, so you will be total loser. Why I say so? Because we have to be ready on that. Okay, and then when we're talking about the cultural literacy also, we have to be very aware about what we use, about what we spoke, about how we dress up, and how about we spoke to each other, because we have to know. Okay, we have to know very well. Okay, and the most important thing is we're talking about the cultural literacy. Don't become the cultural blunted. Saya suka guna term ni sebab apa? Cultural blunted bermaksud anda terlalu tumpul. Blunt tu maksudnya tumpul lah. You too blunt. Okay, when you do not know where I am, because mostly when you are involving with the MNC company, multinational corporation company, once you be decide, maybe people already ask you to maybe to locate you in China branch, for example, automatically the company will send you for expatriate training. What's mean expatriate training? Meaning ready to go. What is the do and don'ts in another country? I love to share with you all. They have the one something like movie YouTube. It's about I don't remember that guy name, but this guy is actually a Korean actor. So this guy actually representative from US company, okay, doing business in China. So what this guy do? This guy do not know about something like culture in China. Because morning breakfast in mostly in Western country, they are used to drink coffee. Morning is black coffee americano, oh gitu. And in China, what they used to be is like drink green tea. So this is something like how the way they drink tea, and if you see like in US country, they are rushing, running, go to work, right? Like Chinese, they are very polite. Okay, what they do there, they used to drink at sit, and then of course morning they have like breakfast like noodle soups. Okay, but like in US they can have like a burger sandwich. So this is the thing that for him is very difficult. And then how the way the crucial of the things of this movie, maybe I should Google for you, and then I will share to you later next class maybe. Okay, the good things about this movie is he's showing something like a different of way on how to tackle the business in the China market. Okay, today let's say this is a handphone, new handphone. Okay, oh sorry, new handphone, okay, been invented in let's say in US. Tomorrow you can see that multiples of the store in China already sell the copyright version your phone. Oh my god, when they are doing the work, Chinese people, they are working 24 hours non-stop. and every single people very minimum 3 jobs, different jobs per day. Can you imagine? Every single 8 hours they're changing the job. Why I said so? They are really hard work. They are struggle for life because the cost of living in China is a very expensive. Okay, so that's why if you see why Chinese people they are very crazy, like there is hell. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm not cursing. Like the hell, there is no day tomorrow. Working hard because they struggle for their life. We have to be blessful to live in Malaysia. We are not like that. All right. So I think that almost 1 hour this lecture actually is just snapshot for the introduction. But it's okay. So next class, we will have something like we will have to have the different way because we have to be like yeah, we'll stop. Okay, we will. So just in time philosophy of complete elimination of waste. So this one I will touch later in the next class, inshallah. So yeah, thank you so much, so for listening. So don't worry so much. I will upload this one in YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe my channel. Noorsyalina Nordin gitu begitu. Okay, so yeah, inshallah we'll meet you next week. Alright, assalamualaikum. Have a nice day. Keep sanitizing. Use your mask. Okay, washing your hand. Sing a song twice. Okay, peace and harmony. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.